Grant Brillsby decided to stay at Kings Lean Town for a third season. He is now still the manager. I haven't been able to find him any new jobs, so he's kind of just staying here until something better comes along. But he's doing a good job. He's very good at discipline, and he has a good time with the players, the good club atmosphere, leadership, team action. So yeah, let's see what Grant can do in this season. What a start to the season we have had, winning every single game, all greens, even a penalty shootout against Burnley and Harrogate Town, beating Sheffield United. Our biggest win must be against MK Dons, where we completely outplayed them. We had even shots, but we had more consistency in scoring, I guess. They scored the first goal, Dean. Then Cordier to then Morehouse scores his first, and Morehouse has an exceptional game here, scoring his second from a penalty. Then Morehouse goes to scores a third, and then he's not done quite yet. In the 80th minute, he wants to get his fourth goal, and he shoots from. What a goal! Beautiful, very close game, on paper, but a very good start to the season means we are sat in first with 6 wins, which is unprecedented. I don't know how our team keeps doing this. We are just built differently, I guess. Some big opponents we beat. Face Newport next, to some good teams. Honestly, maybe we're just having a great start and it's going to fall apart soon, but I'll also go through the transfers that we made. We made quite a few transfers. First, you've seen Morehouse. We learned this guy in. He's so thin. And then our first signing was this guy here from Man United Youth Academy. He got left out and he has become a key player for us. And then we also signed DiMarco, who can be a very classy winger. Another winger on the left, French, 19 years old. We like them young guns. We bought Thomas Cordier, who is a left back, also from France. I don't know, our network in France has been simpler. Very good. 19-year-old, he looks phenomenal. And then we bought Marchi Mayer, who is the first goalkeeper that we bought, but this was probably my biggest flop signing, because I bought him in and then I found a better goalkeeper, Luca Gunther, who's 20 years old. He looks better and he's playing better, and I gave him a huge contract as well, 1.9k per week, so I'm kind of stuck with that guy. And then I also bought another winger that can play both sides, multiple positions, very good squad player. Then we bought Jebro, who's a 19-year-old Tunisian player who can play that position, that right back position as well. Doesn't have a work permit, so I didn't actually realize that. So I might have to send him out on loan if I can. I did not notice that. Then we bought Oakley, who is a backup striker, who I think can do work. He's 21. He has good finishing, good off the ball, good first touch. Likes moving into channels. Bought another defender who is eligible. I didn't even know there was an age restriction. Oh, is he not in the senior team? That makes more. I'm gonna make him available 60 minutes. Yeah, he looks like a good player. He can play for the first team. We really don't have that many good centre backs, and he has potential to become stars, maybe 5. Then we bought Luke, who I think is a classy midfielder, very good, because our release clause from Jake Hinkie got activated, and that's bad news for us. So we had to bring in the new midfielders, and we bought 2. Rio is from England and Luke from Scotland, so good homegrown talent there that can develop. Formation wise, we're still doing the same formation. Grant is doing the same formation, I guess. Our team looks way weaker in terms of stars, but we do have some good players. Chaplin is now becoming a regular in the first team as well. We have a good team. For this level, maybe not so much. We gotta develop, but I haven't been able to find any roles. I'm looking at jobs and I'm applying, but I'm not getting any roles, no interviews. So I'm just gonna keep at Kings Lynn Town. Grant is going to keep at Kings Lynn Town, and Grant's portfolio is starting to build up pretty well. His job history, he's had a good time at Kings Lynn Town, 6th place, but he won the Manager of the Month, won the National League. He's gonna go down as a legend probably in the of a head coach. We've been here for a long time, won stuff. So we are happy, and we gotta keep the team happy. And as you can see here, our hot prospect is the right back who came from Man United, but we have a key player, which is our goalkeeper, vice captain. The guy is not even good enough to break my starting team. He's a backup. But as you can see, we have a pretty decent team, and our form is good. We're predicted 23rd, and we're improving, but our youth development and stuff is tough. We have some good value in our team. Not in debt. We have more scouts now. I've managed to get 3 scouts, 1 chief scout. Not very good, but I mean, you can't do much at this level. So I just need them to scout players that I can look at and be like, this player looks to fit my team pretty well. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And I think that Grant is gonna have a good career. Let's see what his next move is. Is he gonna stay with Kings Lynn Town? Is he gonna stay them up and then look for a new job? We're gonna have to find out in this episode. Let's go through it. We kept our good form against Tranford, beating them 2-0 with 2 goals from Morehouse to get us into the lead away from home. 2 goals. Another big win against Charleston was very decisive to keep up the momentum in the team as we beat them 3-0 with Smith scoring a beautiful second from a free kick and Clifford passing it to Smith, who passes to Dudklatz, who scores off a deflection. And that means that we have had a pretty consistent time after beating MK Doms. We wanted to beat Tranford. We had a little shake up against Newport. We lost to Brentford in the 3rd round, which to be honest is very tough. Then we beat Charlton, obviously I just showed you guys. Beat Sheffield on penalties. Sheffield, who is in the League 1, so that's pretty impressive. Losing to Mansfield, which is pretty disappointing. Beating Morecambe, losing to York City, drawing with Gillingham, but kicking up into gear again, beating Edsfleet United, which keeps us in 1st place right now, 5 points. And Morehouse is having an extraordinary season, and he has a minimum release goals of 400k, which could be activated. Luca Gunter also the most clean sheets, tied for first with 7 out of 15. Right now we have been doing very well. We obviously beat Exeter, which are up there with us. We still have a few tough games to come, but yeah, let's see if we can keep this momentum. Obviously, I think it's still 42 games in a season, because it's more clubs, it's not 20 yet. So we'll have to see how we keep up this momentum. We've stayed in 1st for most of the season. Let's see what happens. Stressful times have begun. After having a good time in Ipswich, we had a terrible November, with our only win being against Manchester United, Manchester City's under 21s in Group E of the Trophy FL tournament. Let's see this. There are no slouches. Adebayo, Waters, I mean, this is a good team. They score 1-0. Oh, what a free kick. 1-1. And then we get back in the lead. Thomas scoring 2-1. And then Matic Dilap, come on. These guys, 2-2. And then penalties, Dilap scores. Morehouse obviously will score. He's a legend. McAtee scores. Another great player. Pontiel scores, our goal scorer. Waters, never seen that guy, but he scores. Butterfield scores. Puppet who scores, O'Brien scores, Parker misses, and that's us winning. But in the league, our form has completely shattered, losing to Shrewsbury, losing Notts County, losing to Salford, losing to Wimbledon, which is where Grant is from. We are now sat in 4th with 38 points. We're in danger here, so we're only 4 points out from the top 7, which is the playoff spots, and still maintain that position. We do have a few games in hand still, which is problematic, but we were facing Notts County, Salzburg, some teams that are up there, you know. So maybe it isn't super bad, but we lose. We'll see what happens in the second half of the season, but hopefully we can regain ourselves. We've had a really poor form. Maybe we can have one of those stunning months coming up. A shining light began when we played Crewe. We scored the first goal, and then we managed to secure the victory with a second goal from Thomas. What a goal that was. And then we played another team that was in the playoffs hunt, and we scored the first goal with Hayati. Oh, sorry, they scored the first goal, but we are in a bounce back. What a ball in from Chaplin, our 19-year-old defender. And then Smith passed it to Cordier, who passes it to Poncel, who scores. And then for finishing him, we score again 3-1, and that's a big win against a team that was up there with us. And then we also had another big win against Doncaster. There was another team up there fighting for a spot in the playoff. So this is huge. Morehouse. Oh, what a goal that was. That was a nice little set piece. Cordier pass it to Smith. Morehouse pass it. Chaplin. Chaplin's playing really well, we'll say. Phillips pass it to Morehouse, to the Carmo, who scores another goal. And, they're looking pretty good. We're looking like a well-oiled machine. He scored a hat-trick this game, no? Yeah, he did. That's a 10-minute hat-trick there. Very good performance by us. And a month to be remembered, beating 3 teams that are up there, and that sits us in 5th. So we're actually still below. But we beat Crewe, but Doncaster, we beat Shrewsbury, who actually weren't up there as I thought. But we have 24 games played. They have 26, 27. So if we win the next game, we get back into the top 3. So definitely optimism for us, and we are knocked out with every single side we beat. We got knocked out by Huddersfield, which is a League 1 team, Brentford, and Shrewsbury Town, who is us. So we can all just focus on the league and try and keep this momentum. We're now 4 points ahead of Doncaster, who are there in 8th, outside the playoff. But realistically, Crewe is the second team, and we have 4 points in 2 games in it. So if we can keep this momentum up, we can do it. With another big game in hand, we went to Exeter and we got the lead to Thomas scoring the first goal, and then we doubled our lead with Arderjan, who passed it to Thomas. What a cross. Exeter weren't done just yet. In the 86th minute, they scored a goal. It was only enough to lose the game. Consolation goal. But it was a very tight game, and Exeter, as you know, they were in first place. So we beat the team in first place. Let's go. We had a huge match at our house against Mansfield. Not a huge match for the sense, but Buttersfield scored the first goal, and then what a great pass to Podsell. Passed it to the Carmo, who seems to be stepping up massively. And then they scored their first goal. McDonald's passing it to Gale, and then we scored another goal with Swan. Oh, no, that's them. Sorry, Gale scores their second goal. Then Phillips passes it to Hargreaves, who passes it to Morehouse, who scores another goal, and we get another one with Morehouse passes it to Phillips, and then Croter scores a header, and Morehouse passes it to Thomas, passes it back to Morehouse, who scores across the goalkeeper. What a game. And that means that we have had a mixed bag of a month so far. Beating Exeter was a big one. Beating Mansfield is It's okay. They're at the bottom of the table. Morecambe's also bottom. Shelton is a hard game. York City is, a tough game as well. And then Gilting and Grimsby Town are games we should be winning. But this means we are sat in third place right now, but we're very close. 6 points ahead. Doncaster still has a game in hand, but we could be in for a promotion here. It's very tight though. Wimcombe and Sanford and Doncaster and Shelton very close with us. Beat Exeter twice. We still have to play Notts County. What are some games? We have to play Wimcombe, Crewe, Doncaster, Wimbledon, Sadford, Notts County. We have to play a lot of big games. We're really gonna have to step it up. Our home form hasn't been amazing, but we do have to play some decent amount of home games, especially against the big team. But we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully we can maintain this spot. See what happens. This was going to be a tough month. A lot of key matches, and we go down 1-0 against EBB, but we bounce right back in with Butterfield scoring a goal. Second one, Thomas has the ball, and I think he crosses it back, and Ponticel is there to score. Then Cordier is the ball, pass it to Phillips. Phillips scores. I think that's his first goal for the club. And then Morehouse scores a penalty, and we win 4-1. But we had a few tough games here, losing to Newport, losing to Walsall, drawing with Tranmere, but we beat MK Doms. So it's very tough right now, and our next big game is against Notts County, who are up there. We're currently sat in 4th, 5 points out now, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get to Wimcombe. What type of games do they have here? They play us, they play Salisbury. That's a tough ending there. Those 2 free fixtures there are very tough. Those are all teams that are up here. Doncaster, where's Doncaster? They're in 10th, so I mean, we're 10 points off the playoff. We're definitely gonna make it into the playoffs, hopefully. But it's been quite tough. We have a few tough fixtures, but I think we can get the momentum back on track. We can definitely maybe challenge for top 3 if we beat Wickham as well. That would be the big one. Exeter and County are way off now. They already made it, so let's see what happens. Big win against Nottingham County was definitely on the cards as we beat them 1-0 at their place, and then we lost to Sanford, which is another team up there. We beat Swindon Town, and then we had another defeat against Northampton Town. So it's a tough one. We're definitely close, but Thomas scores the first goal, and O'Brown passes it back. Butterfield, oof, that is a beautiful goal. I don't even know that guy. Rio. But as you can see, we lost to Northampton, and we're currently sat in 5th, and we are 8 points away from 3rd, which means there's still enough games to do it, but we are nearly qualified for the playoffs. 59 points, we're way above that. But definitely in the playoffs. It's just a fight to see if we can squeeze into that 3rd place. But with the momentum they're having, the next big game is against us. If we can defeat them and change the form around, that would be the changing point. Let's see. Unfortunately, suffering a big defeat to Wickham sealed our deal, and we are not getting automatic promotion this time around, as they battered us 4-0 at their place. It was tough. Look at the goals. They completely skated through our defense, and we were powerless to their efforts. Completely dominated us, and then we got dominated by Crewe and Hampton Town. We beat Wimbledon and Doncaster to finish off the season strong, as we confirmed 4th place, which means we are in the playoffs, and we're going to face Salford, I believe. No. Yeah, we're playing Salford, I'm pretty sure. And Crewe's going to play Hampton Town, and we have a track record of being not very good against Stafford. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Fourth in the regular season. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. After a first leg of 1-1, we played at our house and we beat Salford to make it into the playoff finals. Very close affair in which we faced Crewe in the finals, and we have gained promotion by beating them 2-1, with them starting off winning the game with Tyler 1-0, and then we managed to bounce back in the 48th minute with a Phillips, and then in the 63rd minutes, inspired work by Phillips again to score his second goal, and that guy is my right back, I believe. Oh, he's a left winger, sorry, my bad. But that means that we have been promoted after a very crazy season, and I definitely didn't expect it. Grant is doing an amazing work, elite performance by him, and as we see here, Morehouse has been absolutely amazing for us, and 15 goals, 13 assists. I need to keep him on our books if we're going to, stay this strong. And goals were not there, but if we look at selection info, 20 goals from Jordan, 16 from Morehouse, like we showed. Luca Thomas again had this guy for 3 seasons on loan, and every season he performs. And then we have the Carmo, who has performed super well. He wasn't starting every game, but he has improved. So Oakley, who scored 5 goals, sorry. And then we had Phillips, who scored 6 and 6. A few people that I loaned out that have been doing pretty well. And then we have Rio, who scored 3 goals, 7 assists. And then Thomas Cordier, who we also signed with 9 assists. He's been amazing. He is wanted, and does he have a release clause? Does not, so they would have to pay me the cash. Archie also had a great season. Yeah, very, very happy, very proud of the squad. 2 players didn't get a game, Oliver and Alan. Everyone else got a few games. And James Berry, he's kind of not lived up to expectations. He did well in the first season, but I just have better players now. So he wants to leave. And he wants to leave because his work permit might not get renewed, but I think it would. Why wouldn't it? He's played 60% of the games. Tom Clifford also wants to leave, even though he played 17 games. But I am super proud of this team, and I am celebrating with that Kings Lynn Town as we get promotion again. And I don't know what we're feeding Grant, but some inspired signings really. We have 2 players leaving though. I got this guy on a free. He's played pretty well, and yeah, 2 players that I don't mind as much, but did have plans for this defender, but I guess he had good potential as well, so I'm kind of sad that he wanted to leave. But promoted again, maybe it's time for us to move on. We're gonna have to see what jobs are available, but being promoted 3 seasons in a row surely has to be giving Ron some reputation. What is his reputation at? Current reputation 6,000 out of 10,000. His reputation has definitely improved, and home reputation is okay. Road reputation is 3,000, so he might start getting some more opportunities. But let's see what happens in the next episode. After some of my key players unwilling to sign new contracts, I decided to just resign, as I can probably find a better role than this. After spending 3 years with them, I decided to resign. And they did not allow me to resign. I decided to resign, so yeah. So yeah, people see me summoned an emergency boat and discussions have resulted in a time being proven there. London. Let's go promotion. Find what. Finishing season 5 and beat. Yeah, thank you. Oh, look at these guys. Look at these. And they're very happy. And if you go to Kinsling Town, go to their supporter, and their favorite person now is actually Grant's Bristol B. So we made a reputation there. We really helped them grow. We're in North, 2 promotions back to back for them. So it's time for a new task, and let's see what jobs come up and see what happens. So we got approached by a Japanese team in the J1 League, and we decided to take it. We wanted to bump up the requirements, though we did, but we have joined the J1 League team, Hokkaido Honzadol. I'm gonna have to do research on that. Founded in 14th media expectations. Hopefully this will grow our reputation. We're basically doing a Angu plus the Tottenham manager, and yeah, right now we are sat in 13th place. The league is coming to a finish, but I just thought this is probably the best position I have. The J1 league is actually not horrendous in terms of reputation. The Saudi league is higher, but 13 goals is the highest. We have some decent players, probably better than the players we have back in our old team. So yeah, we're just gonna have to read the restrictions. We're gonna be able to tactic right now. Let's go for a classic gegenpress. Let me check my team. Best position is always something I want to see. We have 4 strikers, 2 are very good. So maybe I want to play a 2-striker formation. We do have some decent wingers, but you can also play on the left. So that's not bad. They do both play on the left, so maybe a 4-4-2 wouldn't be a bad idea. This guy looks phenomenal. Sorry, 18-year-old. This guy looks very good. I think a 4-4-2 actually wouldn't be that bad. Yeah. If I just push it down, maybe something like this. And then we want advance forward. How tall are you? Check how tall he is. He likes playing advance forward. This guy likes playing deep looking, so let's go with you. And the backup to him can also play that. And I think to do that again, I want to check. You like playing defensive. Okay, let's see. Okay, your backup also likes playing that, and then your backup can play that. Okay, I do like this, and then I want you to be winger on attack and be a winger on attack as well. You guys can be, yeah, sure. Actually, you can be a fullback, inverted fullback. Let's do it. If you can be an inverted fullback, this guy can be a. No, we keep this guy. I don't think they're very good at lip. So let's do this. Let's just keep you on wing back. Right, this is the formation I'm gonna run. Pretty basic, just simple plug and play. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. We had a really tough, overwhelming thing there. We were predicted to finish in 13th, and that's currently where we're at. So yeah, let's see. We can go up the table at the end of the season. We are. I mean, realistically, we're gonna stay around this area, mid-table. The board, the long-term vision is to maximize 1-year contracts. Also, we have money. We finally have some money, and our staff is pretty bad again, but we can fix the staff. Start scouting some players. We can definitely become a strong team. We also have a lot of good players that seem to be coming in from the youth academy. Japan has a busted system, but let's see what happens at the end of the season. The club rejected my coaching course because they said that I could continue the sort of progress. I could become available to other clubs, and they decided to reject it. Very sad. I've been taking over the J1 League side. We took over right here at this 3-0 point here, right at the end of the season. We had a few good results to end off the season, beating some teams recently and then losing to a very strong team. I rotated in this match, but it was tough end of the season. Let's watch one of our games just so we become familiar with our players, as I am still getting. As you can see here, we are the team in red. Matsu scores the first goal, and then Kim scores the second. Kim Gun. Then nice pass there, crossed it in to Kim, who scores his second goal. So we're currently in mid-table. Took them over. Let's go. We took them over, and maybe it was. They were not that far. Were they not? They were 13. Peace out. Oh yeah, we were in 16th when I took over. We won this game, we won this game. Won 2 games. Lost 1. Won another one. Season finishing in 10th. We were predicted to finish in 13th. Not bad. I'm trying to bring in some signings. This guy is going to be my top signing. He looks phenomenal. His value is pretty high, but he has a lot of potential. We have a few players leaving already that were pre-arranged before I arrived, so yeah, tactically it's the same tactic. Like we have a decent team with some up-and-coming players like Matsu, phenomenal. We'll have to see. In the second season, we have 12 million. I'm gonna spend 6.5 on that guy. I'll bring someone else in, but I have some people coming in at trial at the club to see if we can improve. But Gamba win. Good. I don't. As the simulation started, they started coming good. But we, I'm sure that we can do well in this league. So let's do our best in the next season of Grant's adventure. As you can see, Grant is now 45. He has, three promotions and finished 10th in the J1. Reputation, check his reputation. His reputation is growing, current reputation, but still will not die, still develop more. See what happens. And I want to see what happening with in town. They're currently in 23rd with 11 points. Looks like they might get relegated. I mean, they still have a decent team with Morehouse. They're just not clicking. I mean, League 1 is a big step from League 2. Notts County is struggling. Wrexham is doing very well. They've been here for a season. Yeah, let's see what happens in the next episode.